grandmother is a survivor of residential schools. And I stand here today with my son with a renewed sense of hope, a renewed sense of pride. I see the hope when I see each and every one of you out there standing side by side, wanting to walk with your brothers, walking with your sisters, more importantly, walking with our residential school survivors. For far too long, those that went to those schools were ignored. Their hurt was pushed aside. But in our communities, we all know too well the hurt that they felt. We all saw it as they moved on in life. And in 2008, our Prime Minister stood up in the House of Commons and apologized to each and every one of the residential school survivors living and have passed. But as we know with any hurt, the apology is just the first step in healing. We must now move forward hand in hand. We must move forward and not rely on government to help us heal. We must rely on one another, each other, our brothers and our sisters, our friends, our family. Because it's truly those that have come out, as we say in our community, when somebody's hurting, just your presence is medicine. Just your presence and your hug and your talking to each and every person that has gone through those tough times is medicine. And once again, as I say, I see and I feel a profound sense of hope now. A sense of hope that Eli will grow up. We don't have to talk about reconciliation because we will be reconciled when Eli is older. And it's up to us. Our schools aren't teaching our history. It's up to Aboriginal people to share our history in our words, and we will heal and overcome. Haitsep Kasiyam Nasiyaya.
On behalf of Tsleil-Waututh's Chief Maureen Thomas is Councillor Charlene Allen.
Haicha Tiam Tiaya Tintalat Quanasqui. My English name is Charlene Alec and I'm from Tsleil-Waututh Nation. Let me reflect for a moment on the very first day of the Truth and Reconciliation event. We had a traditional ceremony to feed our ancestors and the survivors that have passed. The ones present were responsible to share the message that came across, and the message was very clear. Our ancestors are walking with many other races, shoulder to shoulder, hand to hand, in the hopes of reconciliation. And they're smiling down upon us today for the work that we have done all week. Because here we are, walking shoulder to shoulder, hand in hand, in hopes for a better future for our children and our nations and all people. Not so much wallowing. You could hear them all on the beach as they arrived in their canoes. That's what they were saying. One heart, one people. The other message was us two-leggeds, all us human beings, to stop hurting each other. Walk together in peace and harmony. Stop the hurt. Be the ones to teach our children to stop that cycle. The other thing I want to reflect upon is all our leaders speaking through the events and the week was our stories have to be shared as they were told, and the survivors had the bravery to stand up and share. I heard our leaders say that this is what Canada's legacy is of our First Nations people. So I'd like to see it in our schools and taught to everyone, and that, we be we be the voice for the future. Haitsap Gatsiam Tiaya.